Hello everybody, my name's Adam. Welcome to the channel. You are most welcome. I'm assuming you're here because you have a love for the Wii U. If that is the case, you are definitely in the right place. I thought I would do a little video about what I've actually got on my Wii U because I firmly believe that the Wii U is a powerhouse when it comes to gaming, and not just Wii U games. Anything else you can think of, I can pretty much play on the Wii U. So I thought I'd do a little tour of what is actually on my Wii U. So let's have a little look. And what you're looking at right now, actually, yes, it is a live and working Wara Wara Plaza. But I think I can talk about that in another video because it is very interesting and it's absolutely fantastic what Nintendo have done here. But this video is about what I've got on my Wii U. So I'm trying to work out where to start. I'll tell you what, I'll start with Wii U games. So I've got a few Wii U games, physical and digital. I keep the ones I play most often and my favourite ones in this folder here. So let's have a look in here. So I've got Xenoblade Chronicles, Breath of the Wild, I've got Star Fox Zero, Zelda Twilight Princess, Mario Maker, Wind Waker, all the top Wii U titles. And you might be asking yourself, Adam, why have you got two Star Fox Zeros? Well, one of them is the Japanese version. I have the Japanese version of Star Fox on disc. I bought it a couple of weeks ago and I backed it up, which is another video. I'll probably link it at the top, showing you how to back up your Wii U games from disc. So I've got loads of games in here: Smash Brothers, Wii Party, Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, Donkey Kong. There's Star Fox God. There's actually another few games over here. Project Zero, great game. I've got Bayonetta, Wii Fit U, which I'm using at the minute to hopefully lose some weight. Yoshi and Juice X, which I'm busy playing through also at the minute. I've got a few videos of that up if you're interested. So they're the top games that I play mostly. Then I've got a bunch of other games, Wii U games that is, here. Darksiders, Mario and Sonic, Pokken Tournament, Kirby, Mario Party, Train and Train 2. I've got a few Lego games as well. There's Hyrule Warriors, a couple of Spider-Man games, Splinter Cell Blacklist, Bayonetta 2, Devil's Third, and a couple more Lego games, Batman, the classic DuckTales. So they are my Wii U games. Also on my Wii U, I have some GameCube games. So let's have a look to see what GameCube games I've got. I clearly need to do some sorting here because I've got some big gaps. But let's have a look what I've got anyway. And if you want to know how to do any of this, let me know in the comments because it's really easy. I have the physical versions of these, but you can inject digital versions of GameCube games to your Wii U. Like I say, it's dead easy. If you want to know how to do that, let me know in the comments and I'll put a video together. But you can use a bit of software to inject GameCube games onto the Wii U, which is fantastic. And I have a GameCube controller, which was for the Wii U, which I can plug into a Wii remote and use the GameCube controller with no issues whatsoever. It works so great. And again, this is why I think the Wii U is absolutely fantastic. It really is. So I've got the likes of Wario World, got Zelda Collector's Edition, Sonic Gems, Smash Bros. Melee. Actually, that is Zelda Wind Waker. I used the wrong icon for this when I was injecting it. So that's actually Wind Waker. Twilight Princess. I've got the two Star Wars games, Rogue Leader and Rogue Squadron, Custom Robo, Pokemon XD, James Bond, of course, Mario Sunshine, Soul Calibur, Call of Duty. I've got Luigi's Mansion, the Pokemon Channel, Mario Kart, another couple of 007 games. I've got Resident Evil. I think I've got all of them. Resident Evil 3, 2, the other one somewhere. Skies of Arcadia Legends, Die Hard Trilogy, Die Hard Vendetta, sorry. The absolutely fantastic Eternal Darkness. There's the Smash Bros. Melee there. Crazy Taxi. There's Resident Evil 1, Code Veronica X. And I've got the likes of Animal Crossing. This is an interesting game, Ribbit King. If you've never played that before, I would recommend that. Metroid Prime, Harvest Moon, Super Monkey Ball, Mario Tennis, Geist, F-Zero. Now I think that is the arcade game which I've put in there for some reason. That's the arcade one, I think. And Mario Golf. So I've got a whole bunch of GameCube games on there which play with no problems at all. I also have some N64 games on here. F-Zero X, Ocarina of Time, Bomberman 64, Paper Mario. Again, these are injected using a piece of software that is dead easy to use. So I've got all the top N64 games. Just see if there's any more in there. No, there's not. And then I've got Wii games as well. The Wii U, obviously backwards compatible with the Nintendo Wii. Well, that's actually my second Wii folder. My first one is here. So loads of Wii games on here. Some great games. Xenoblade Chronicles, Last Story, Sin and Punishment, fantastic game. Calling, I haven't played that yet, but I'm intrigued by this one. I might do a video of that one. If you want a video of any of these games, let me know in the comments, and I will try my best to play through them. I've got Resident Evil Darkside Chronicles, Metroid Trilogy. I've got a whole bunch of fishing games, Wii Sports Resort, Zelda again, of course the Super Mario Galaxy games, Skyward Sword, the Wii versions of Resident Evil, Umbrella Chronicles. This is a clever game, Zack and Wiki. If you've never played that before, I can thoroughly recommend that one. Pikmin games. Okay, sorry about that, man. Wii remote batteries ran out there. What I was going to say is I've got some Japanese games on here as well. I've been into the Japanese games recently, mostly because I like the box art. I think the box art looks pretty cool. But I've got World Bass Fishing, World Kart Racing, and The Shooting Action on there. As we've seen before, I've got another Wii folder because I've got a lot of Wii games on here. More Japanese games. This one I haven't played yet. I'm excited to play this one. Project 02, fantastic game. Captain Rainbow is another Japanese game. And I've got Guitar Hero and Gundam, another Japanese game. So I've got a whole bunch of Wii games on here. I've also got some DS, Game Boy Advance, and I think I've got some Virtual Console games in here as well. A couple of NES games because you can use the Wii Remote as a gun on the likes of Wild Gunman and Duck Hunt. But mostly in here I've got DS or Game Boy Advance games, so Diddy Kong Racing, Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart Super Circuit, which is an advanced game, a few Zeldas, Mario 64 DS, Star Fox Command. So I haven't got too much on here. Again, it's really easy to get these onto the system to play. So also on here I've got a few apps. So currently I'm running Aroma on this. I have Tiramisu environment on my Wii U as well. Initially I only had Tiramisu, but Pretendo only runs on Aroma. So you need Aroma to run Pretendo, and it's dead easy to switch between the two. There's actually an app here which reboots your console to Tiramisu, and I do use Tiramisu for a few things, like RetroArch. I don't know why, but I can't launch RetroArch in Aroma. So if I want to use RetroArch, I use that in Tiramisu. I've got Nintendo, which is you can play GameCube games on. Nuspli, which is an online store in inverted commas. Whoop Installer, which installs games. Wii U Disc Dumper, which is you use that to back up your Wii U games. Again, I've got a video on that, showing you how to do that. Dead easy. I think this app you can use to pair other systems controllers with the Wii U, like the DualShock controller from the PlayStation. And there's the updater for Aroma, and these other things I'm not quite sure what they are. They're just there. This is the Homebrew App Store, where you can go in and download apps for your homebrewed console. So that's everything I've got on the main part of my Wii U. Let's take a look at what I've got on the virtual Wii side of things. Okay, so on the virtual Wii, I haven't got too much stuff on here. It's pretty Mario Kart centric, which you can see here. I have Mario Kart Wii CTGP Revolution, which is a Mario Kart Wii mod. Likewise with Mario Kart Retro Rewind. I also have a video up on how to install this to your Wii or virtual Wii, like what I'm using here. I also have Not 64, which is well, you can guess it's a N64 emulator. And I just want to say as well, you know, I'm not condoning the use of pirated games. This is purely for educational purposes. On the SD card, which takes a little while to load, I've got a bunch of WiiWare games. Remember them? Back in the day on the Wii, used to be able to download games, WiiWare games. Some of them were great, some of them were not so great. I've got some of the great ones on here when it loads. So World of Goo, that was a classic. Rage of the Gladiator, I'd never played that before, but it's really, really good. Wild West Guns, Lost Winds, I've got Lost Winds 2 there. What's that? Oh, Contra Rebirth, Fluidity, Pokemon Rumble, which is a fun game. So they're the only WiiWare games I've got on here. So let's go back to the Wii menu. And let's go into the Homebrew channel. So in here I've got a few apps that I use. to make all this stuff possible on my virtual Wii. So I've got Wii Flow. That is an app where you can play Wii games, but in the main I play the Wii games from the Wii U menu, which I showed you before, where I had all those Wii games. There's the Not 64, there's Nintendo, which I installed a forwarder, which I showed you before, on my Wii U home menu. Preloader, USB loader GX. You can play again your Wii games from here. It lets you play games from USB port or USB stick. Mainly use that to play GameCube games or Wii games, like I say, but in the main I don't really need to use that now because I've got the games that I play on my Wii U home menu. There's the CTGP channel, and I've got an arcade emulator there as well, but I haven't currently got any arcade games on my Wii U. So go back to the system menu. And there we go. That is a whistle-stop tour of what I have on my Wii U. Oh, actually, there's one more thing I forgot to show you. So I've rebooted my Wii U because I wanted to go into the tiramisu environment, because I mentioned before that for some reason I need to use tiramisu to play RetroArch. So I'm going to show you RetroArch on the Wii U. I'll just get my controller to work. There's the RetroArch launcher. And I use a different profile when I'm using tiramisu. That's why everything looked a bit different there, and I had a different me in the top corner. I used two different profiles, one for tiramisu and one for aroma. And the reason I did that is because Pretendo only works on aroma, and you need to have a Pretendo ID. So it was easier just to create two different ones. And for some reason when I start RetroArch, it always goes, the first time it always goes back to the Wii U main menu, and then the second time when you click on it, it actually opens. So here we've got RetroArch, and on here at the minute currently I've only got these 32X, Sega 32X, remember that? Got these games. Super Nintendo, I've got all of these games, 933 games. I've got Virtual Boy. I've got, how many is there? 6 games for that. Master System, which is one of my favorite systems of all time. I've got 200 and odd games of that. And Mega Drive, I've got 953 Mega Drive games. And one of my favorite games of all time is Alex Kidd in Miracle World. So let's run that one. And you can play these using the Wii U gamepad, which is great. There it is, classic. So let's go back to the Wii U home menu. And there you have it. That's what I have on my Wii U. If you want to know how I do any of that, how I inject the games, how I got RetroArch on there, how I use RetroArch, Let me know in the comments and I'll post up a video. I'll probably do a separate video on Pretendo, because you can use Miiverse with that. And as I showed you before, the Wara Wara Plaza, but I'm in my tiramisu profile now, so the Wara Wara Plaza isn't live now. I need to be on my other profile, which is the Pretendo profile. But that's it. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what is on my Wii U. If you found that interesting, please like the video and please do subscribe. I'm planning to bring out a whole load more videos showing how to do stuff on this incredible, underrated console. Speak to you next time.